Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Well, today I didn't think I was, well, this week I didn't think I was going to get a chance to do a video. I've been, well, I had 6 days in a row, and then I've just had 3 days off, and the wife's used me for decorating, and so I'm absolutely fed up with decorating. So she has given me a little bit of time to do something today, and I've got lots of powder coating to do, and but it's just not worth me showing you loads and loads of powder coating, so I haven't really got anywhere with that. So I've gone for plan B, so I'm going to try and have a little go at sort of refurbishing and cleaning the engine. I was going to do that at the end, but at least with the other stuff, the powder coating, I just get on and do it in my own time. But we'll finish off stripping the rest of the engine down, and I'll do a bit of cleaning, a little bit of heat resistant paint here and there, and I don't think I'll be able to get to the stage of finishing off the top of the engine, but we'll have a go at that today. So come inside and we'll see how we get on. Right, as I say, I've got so much other little bits and pieces to do, which I quite enjoy doing, but I feel rushed because of the wife indoors there. So she's given me this morning to do a little bit of work. This is some of the some of the sanding down I've been doing. This is all ready for powder coating, but it's not just these bars or supports for the mudguard or anything. I need to do the mudguard. It's all chicken or the egg, what comes first. That will need to be powder coated. That's all part of the frame for the and also the saddle stem. So also they'll say the mudguard will have to be done, and the brakes as well at the back. So there's lots of little bits to do, which I just haven't got time to do at the moment. I will show you just quickly, the new petrol tank came from France, so I haven't got to worry about that anymore. At least it's brand new, nice and clean inside, so we can have a nice clean system. That's that. And I got it from a place called Chebco it used to be called Cafe Solex, and also they're very good with the cost of delivery. It's not ridiculous. So for €24 I've managed to get a new exhaust as well, so that would look nice. And so I'm trying to get, I want the engine end to look, well, I want it all to look nice, but I'm trying to get the engine end to look as good as new if I can. This is one other thing that came with them as well. This was, I think, €20 as well. A nice new engine cover there. I've got the new headlight, as you know. The old one is here, which is not too bad. There's a few scratches on it. I was going to paint that up, but possibly some of these bits I've got I can paint up and probably sell them to get some money back. But there's a new engine cowl cover there. Put the new headlight in there, so that's all nice and new as well. Nice little switch and everything. So that's for later on as well. So I've got all that to do, which will be nice later on. So let me just show you what I'm going to do here. Right, so my plan today is to get this front mudguard piece off, which is spring loaded. This is all part of the mechanism. When you pull back on the engine, there's a little roller inside there. I'm going to remove these springs, take these panels off. They can be powder coated along with that. And also what I'm going to try and do today, maybe that I have to leave that bit. This is not going to be a beginning and end sort of video. Might have to just carry on. I managed to get, if you remember, a little bit of blow by there. It's actually had good compression, but I've managed to get hold of a new piston as well. So we might as well do that, and also take off the carburetor and give this a good clean and a coat of heat resistant black. And the top half of the engine, well, it might even polish up, but if necessary I'll put some heat resistant aluminium on there. So that's the plan for today. I'm not quite sure where to start. I think perhaps we'll take the carburetor bit off, and this pipe can be cleaned and powder coated, not powder coated, painted, ready for the new exhaust pipe later on. So that's probably what we'll start doing. We'll take that off, get that out of the way, and all this can be cleaned up. Right, as I say, we'll try and get this off first. Usual 9mm bolt. Hopefully this will do it. There we are, that's coming off all right. And that one. Do have a new set of gaskets as well, so as I say, I probably will have to stick with the engine now rather than the rest of it. I am on holiday in well, I'm back for work for 6 days for tomorrow, and then I'm on holiday. So providing the wife doesn't find too much for me to do in decorating line of things, I might have a chance to get back on and do the powder coating. So let's just see if we get this off. So I'm going to have to keep a track of this, otherwise I don't want too many parts everywhere. Let's get that one off and give the carburetor a clean. Okay, that's that one. There we go. Right, so for now we'll put them back in there, because you know what I'm like. And then we'll see if we can get that off of there. It's actually a 14mm. So hopefully this will come out without too much bother. There we are. Okay. There we are. A little sealing rubber in there, that looks alright. Okay, so keep that out of the way for now. And say that we can polish that up somehow in a moment. Right, so first of all, I'm going to try and wheel this off, get some paint on there, and maybe bake it in the oven for a bit, get a couple of coats of black on there. So let me see how I get on, try and clean this up, and I'll come back to you. Well, finally back again. The wife had me on a wild goose chase, 5 miles each way to buy something which they didn't have in stock, so that was now wasted another hour. So basically it's now raining. I have cleaned up the cylinder, and it's all masked off, the important areas, but it's now raining, so of course that's on hold for the moment. The cylinder head, I'm not sure whether to go with that or not. So I was going to do aluminium, but I've polished it up fairly well. I'm just wondering whether to leave that one as it is and do a bit more polishing maybe. I've cleaned up all inside there, the crown there, and that's all nice and clean now. So that's that one. As I say, this what I'm going to have to do today, being my time's been completely wasted, is possibly one thing I need to do as well. I wanted to powder coat this, but this knob is well stuck on. I'm not sure whether if I heat this up a little bit, whether that one might just come off and I can re-stick that on later, and then I can powder coat that one. That's what I'd like to do. So I think what we're going to do is do a little bit of a strip down the rest of it that I can, and then when I get chance, before we do the next video, I'd like to get these off, powder coat those. Obviously this mud guard needs to be powder coated, so I'm going to try and get this mechanism off. This is the swinging mechanism, the lift mechanism. So if we get that off first, then it gives me a chance to get to the rest of the engine and give it all a good clean up as well. So we're going to start trying to get this off. There's a couple of springs in there. See if we can unhook those for a minute. Let's try this one before this flies off somewhere. There we go, that's that one done. So as I say, what I'd like to do now is try and do what I can here, and then come back and we can actually rebuild the engine again. It's just say it's just such a waste of time at the moment. I just can't get on and do anything. So we'll get that one out. There we go, that's off. Well, actually, there we are. Okay, right. So now we can remove the mud guard, which is 9mm again. So, and if we need another nut on the back, yeah, that's turning. Bear with me. I'll just get a 9mm on here and on the socket. Right, I've got a 12mm socket the other side now. Quite stiff, this one. Okay, so let me just get this one out and the other side, and that should remove the front mud guard. Yes, it should, Jenny. Yeah. Okay, well that's those bolts out, and of course one of them has gone flying all over the floor, so hopefully I can use another bolt at a later stage. If not, I'll have to find that one. Say no more. So let's just get these in position again, just for now, because I'm going to lose these, aren't I? Put that in there. I'll come back to that later. Right, okay, let's get them in there. Right, that's that one out. So, looks like we've just got this one here. So, I know what size these are. Let's see. This is a what, 14. Right down there. So just, I won't bore you with this. Basically, nut there, nut the other side. So I'll get this one off. Okay, so that's the last of the bolts off. So they're out now. Let's take that off, and that can be powder coated on the other side there. And that's out of there. It's like a little axle with little rubber bushes on to, I suppose, support the engine vibration and that. So they're out. They can go over there for now. Right, now so now you can see that very clearly, that little roller there with the grit on it. Now, as I say, what I'm going to do, this is all going to, so it's going to take not a long time, but I haven't got time today with this weather either. I'm going to try and get on and get these bits powder coated. We'll see if we can get this piston out for now, and we'll take this HT lead off. Hopefully we'll have a quick look at the fuel pump, then if I'm left alone long enough from indoors, then I will get this done throughout the week, and then one of the days next week we'll get it back together properly. I just don't want to rush it today. I can't do any painting in this weather. You can hear the rain out there. So let's have a quick let's see, take this HT lead off. That was just a retaining bolt there, and then that just pulls out of there, and then that little metal bit there will touch that little bit of the coil. So obviously we can give all that a clean up. So as you know, there wasn't a spark to start with. So okay, that's out of the way. Right, let's just have a quick look in here. This should be the filter. This is the fuel pump. There we go. Yep, well, that one need a clean, won't it? So let's just get that safe. Alright. Okay, so we'll have a quick look inside. Four screws there. Let me just take these out, so boring you. Bolts out. Now we can just gently remove that. Now let's take this off. That there we go. So it fits on there, and there's the diaphragm. Now, lucky enough, I bought one of them. So let's give that all a bit of a clean up in there, and we'll replace that. I'll be back to you in a second. Right, well, I've given the filter a clean, and the pump is all nice and clean inside there now. So we'll get this, that goes back onto there, and let's get the find it, there we are. And then a new diaphragm to go on there. Okay, I'll just stay there. In fact, maybe we do this a different way. So which way are we? That way. Yeah, it's nice. Can you hear the rains? No rain today, it said. That's good. See if we can get a couple of these bolts through here. One. Okay, and line the other one up. There we go, let's just get that one on for now. Right, where are we? That way. There we go. Let's just get a couple started. Okay, I'll get the other two in and we get that tightened up. Right, they're back in. Let's get the filter back in. There we go, so we know that's okay. Just thinking you could actually take this off. I've got the gasket for it, but actually there's not really much point. Really, I just need to change the piston, but everything else is lovely and smooth in there. So I think yeah, what we do then, I'll remove the piston, and then I'll probably leave it at that until I can get some of these bits cleaned up and painted and that, and then we can come back with the putting it all back together again. So let's just get that out for the moment. There we go, just the usual clips in there to hold this gudgeon pin in. I do have some new ones as well in that kit, I think. So I'll just take this side out. Hopefully. There we go. And then we've got to knock that pin out. So normally I use a socket, so see what one will do this. No. Oh, I need to tap this out. Bear with me, I'll come back to you. Well, that was a bit of a nightmare. I had to heat it up in the end, it just would not budge. But eventually I used a socket, just pushed it halfway through, and it's now come out. So it's a bit grotty in there. As I say, we've got a new one coming, a new gudgeon pin, so hopefully that will go on better. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I can't. It's stopped raining, I think now, but I've still got lots to do now. Prepare the bracket thing and paint the cylinder, and then next time hopefully everything will be together and done and we get it back together. So I was hoping to do it in one go, but it isn't going to happen today. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for today. I'll give all this a clean, everything cleaned up, and then we can put it all back together again on the next one. Well, that's it for another week. Back to a little bit of decorating again this evening. Poor Jenny, she's been out in the rain, just sitting out there with me, but the shed door's closed, so she's coming anyway now. So I was hoping to do a little bit more than that, but obviously the weather has not been in my favour again, and certain family members are not going my way either at the moment. So I'll get some of those little bits painted and everything, and the next video we'll get it all back together again. There's too many little bits and pieces that need painting. So thanks for watching, and you take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.